Doors and windows. Let's define some terms. The window sash is the actual wood, metal, or plastic frame around the glass pane that you open. You open it by sliding it either vertically or horizontally. A single hung window may have two sashes, but only one opens. The other sash is fixed in place. A double hung window means both sashes open. The sill is the main lower horizontal part of the window frame. A casement window has one sash that you open by turning a crank or an operator. The window opens outward, either to the left or to the right. Sometimes the glass or glazing in the sash is just a single piece of glass, but the glazing could be several smaller panes of glass separated by muntins or grids. Double pane or dual glaze windows have two panes of glass that are separated by a spacer. The sealed unit is then mounted in the sash. The double pane window is better insulator. During the winter, it keeps the heat in. During the summer, it keeps the heat out. Sometimes these dual glaze window units look foggy. You might see drops of water on the inside of the glass. The seals have failed and moisture has gotten between the panes. The dual glaze unit needs to be replaced. Hollow core doors are just that, hollow. They have a strip of wood down each side and across the top and bottom. Modern solid core doors are usually just a hollow door that has been filled in with a substance like particle board, but the only wood solid enough to hold the hinges is along the sides. There are two sides to the door, the hinge side and the strike side. Stand outside the door so that it swings away from you as it opens. If the hinges are on the left side, it's a left-handed door. If the hinges are on the right side, then it's a right-handed door. There are flat doors. There are 6-paneled doors. The wood across the top of the opening is the head jamb. The wood down the sides of the opening are the side jambs. Is there a doorway from the garage directly into the house, say the kitchen? The door should have a closer on it, something that automatically closes the door behind you. It keeps the exhaust fumes out of the house. The closer over the door is good because it can also hold the door open for you when you need it. But there are also simple spring-loaded door hinges to close the door for you as well. Sometimes a pair of French doors will open out onto, say, the backyard or a patio. One door is the active door. Check to make sure it opens and closes properly. But release the slide bolts that hold the inactive door closed to make sure that it works as well. Weather stripping is used to prevent drafts and takes many forms. At the bottom of an exterior door, you will find either a door bottom or a door sweep. It seals the bottom of the door to the threshold. Check the weather stripping. The rubber should be soft and pliable. There shouldn't be any tears. Sometimes the weather stripping isn't torn, but still, if you look around the edge of the door, you might see light. The weather stripping may have flattened or collapsed with age. Let's talk about doorknobs. You will find a passage set on a closet door and a locking passage set on a bedroom or bathroom door. It locks by pushing a button, flipping a lever, or pushing and twisting the doorknob. Whatever the mechanism, try it out, with the door open, of course, so you don't lock yourself out, to make sure the lock works and that it is possible to unlock the door from outside the room. You will find at least a keyed entry lock on an exterior door, and more often than not, there will also be a deadbolt on the door above the keyed entry. A keyed entry lock is a locking doorknob that unlocks with a key on the outside and some sort of button or lever on the inside. Deadbolt locks have either single or double cylinders. A single cylinder lock uses a key on the outside and a lever on the inside of the door. To operate a double cylinder deadbolt, you use a key on the outside and on the inside of the door. A deadbolt lock gives added security because the bolt extends further into the door jamb than the bolt on a keyed entry lock. So take a look at the door jamb. It's important too. Is the jamb cracked, split, or already broken out? Do the locks operate freely, or do you have to push or pull on the door to get the lock to close? If you leave in a hurry, but forget that you have to pull on the lock to lock it, who knows what you may find when you get back. A word of caution. Not all keyed entry locks work the same. Let's say the door is locked. Some brands, you have to unlock the door, even on the inside, before you go out. In an emergency, this could be a real hassle. But in ordinary circumstances, if the door closes behind you, it's no big deal because the door is unlocked. With other brands of locks, you can go out even if the door is locked. Convenient? Yes. But if the door closes behind you, you're locked out. If you're not used to this lock, you could be in for an unpleasant surprise. So learn your locks. Figure on changing them before you move in. But if the lock is in good mechanical shape, rekeying it can be the same as replacing it, and for less money. Are any doors loose on their hinges? Do sliding closet doors slide easily? Sliding doors either hang from a track above with a door guide on the floor to keep the doors in line, or the doors roll back and forth in a track on the floor with a guide track at the top. If the closet doors are mirrored, check to make sure the mirrors are not broken. There's a good chance the window treatments will stay with the house because they may be specifically sized to the windows. Sometimes blinds are even built inside of double pane windows. Make sure the blinds go up and down. If the shutters are an interior window treatment, make sure they are firmly attached to the jambs and that the louvers work. Are there sliding glass doors to the outside? Make sure they roll freely. Look at both the inside and outside walls just above the sliding door. If you see serious cracks, the door may have been installed after the house was built and without a header. The door jamb could itself be load-bearing. Check the sliding door locks to make sure they work also. Walk through the house. Do the doors, windows, and drawers open and close freely? If not, is there more than one, and are they in the same plane? That is, did the house shift and settle in one direction so that all the doors and windows in that direction are affected? There are one-piece garage doors. They have a hinge and spring on each side. There are sectional garage doors. These have a track on each side and a spring at the top. Test the door to make sure it opens easily. Close the door and check to make sure it closes completely. Make sure the garage door opener operates from the wall switch and from each of the remotes. Most have lights that turn on as soon as the operator starts working. Make sure the lights work. Listen to the opener. Units with chains can be somewhat noisy but work fine. There are also openers that use screw drives and belt drives to open and close the door. Garage door openers are equipped with a few safety features that you should test. To begin with, a sensor shoots a beam of light across the bottom of the opening. If the light beam is interrupted for any reason, something's in the way or a child runs in or out, the opener should stop and reverse directions. Then too, the closing action of the opener is sensitive in two ways. First, if there is any resistance at all anywhere in the closing action, the opener should stop and reverse direction. And second, if the door cannot close completely down to, say, the thickness of a 2x4, it should stop and reverse direction. These are safety features every opener should have. If the opener you are looking at does not have these features, it is old, outdated, and you should think seriously about having it replaced. The safety features were added for very good reasons.
I've got a lot more great stuff for you at houseiq.information.
If you like what you've seen so far, do me a favor and tap the subscribe button so you don't miss future videos. And click the link to watch some more great stuff right now.